What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. So I've been meaning to make this video for a while. We got a guide video on Pago Fissures, basically the best way in the game to open Requiem relics. We'll show why it's so good, and why it's also so fast. There'll be a lot of builds we're going over in this video today. Actually, more like just 2 or 3 builds. But these are builds that I don't really use in any other place. So be keeping that in mind that these are very specific builds here. You can run this mission on other frames too, but you will definitely be, running a lot of these vaults in an inferior way if you're not running Titania for this. But that's okay. I just want more people to be running this mission. There's like no one ever in matchmaking for this. So that's actually the point of this video too. Is that this mission is so good, you're missing out. Come start running the Kuva Spy mission. Let's get into it. Before we do, make sure you sub to the channel. We do daily WARFRAME video uploads. Also check the live stream channel. We did some of the footage for this video was recorded live on stream. So if you want to farm this mission out with me, hopefully going forward, come on, stop at the live stream. Alright, so let's get right into it. The mission we're running is going to be Steel Path or Normal Path, Kuva Spy on the Kuva Fortress. The thing about this, that's actually the wrong clip I want to show there. The thing about this is that this mission is by far the fastest for opening Requiem relics. And when you're opening these Requiem relics, you're actually getting a lot of rewards from this mission too. So here is what is the rundown on this Requiem Spy fissure. Of course, this is RNG. It's not going to always be here. But let's say that you ran through this. You did all the spy vaults like we're going to be showing how to do in this video very easily. You will get a guaranteed relic, either Meso or Neo. So that means you're turning your Requiem relic for Kuva Lich mods into a Meso or a Neo relic and opening your Requiem mod, a Requiem relic too. So you're getting a guaranteed relic. You're also having a chance of getting multiple rare mods. There's mods like the Scorch mod for pistols, giving heat procs and status chance. There's the cold one for shotguns, etc., etc. Like it drops 60/60 mods that are quite good here. So let's show the first strategy for doing this really quick. So you're going to be wanting to run some specific mods on your melee. It will let you bypass the entire first vault on this mission. And these vaults never really change. There are 3 vaults on the Kuva Spy, and they are all just like interchangeable. Like the biggest thing is C vault will always be the same. A and B vault are interchangeable. And the good thing for us is that A and B vault as Titania are a complete joke. I'm going to show you the best strats for B Vault. We just showed you the A Vault strat right there. It will involve the Amar mods teleporting through the glass onto the enemy that's actually watching the Spy Vault. It's a clever use of game mechanics. There's another clever use of game mechanics. For this vault, it usually takes people a long time. It does not take Titania that long. Just go through here, shoot that one console, and that vault is actually done. You could just go hack the main vault after that, and that one's done. We're already 2/3 done with the vault or the mission already. The hardest part about this fissure is actually just getting the reactant to drop. We have a strategy for that too. We'll show a group strategy and a solo strategy. But for the C Vault, we're actually using Master Summons to make it where the Hacker Moa gets teleported inside of the vault and will hack the vault for us, letting us skip most of what is required of this vault. This C Vault's not that hard, but it does feel a little bit awkward from a speedrunning standpoint. So yeah, you just teleport your Moa through into the glass with Master Summons, and then Gurman just hack the vault for me. And that's all the Spy Vault's done solo, guys. So, yes, this is quite quick. This is faster than Kuva Survival. This is faster than Disruption for the most part. Faster than Rescue, etc., etc. So, here comes the hard part, getting the reactant to drop. So, the main strategy I go for this, and we'll show it in the group footage too. You basically, on the way to extraction after you do the 3rd vault, the C Vault, you will have an area that's getting like massively corrupted with corrupted enemies. I'm looking around here, these guys are looking corrupted, so I've pretty much already found the room. On your enemy radar, you'll see tons of enemies on the radar, and there will be enemies getting corrupted. There is a room that will get corrupted. It's like the corruption zone, or whatever it's called. There's not like an official word for it in game, but on the way to extraction, there will be an area of enemies getting corrupted constantly, and that's what I'm doing right now. Chilling in that room, waiting for enemies to corrupt. That's the biggest problem in this mission, basically. And we're going to show you how you can do that with your teammates too in a little bit. So, what are we doing in this footage? And also, is this worth your time? If you add up how much plat you can get from doing this mission, let's take a quick look at what I just got in that one right there. So if we add up how much plat that was, let's go ahead and pause. So we got a Neo. It's just like I said. This is solo too. So we got a Neo relic. We got a Requiem mod. Call that like 10-15 plat. And we also got a Frostbite 60/60 mod too. In about under 3 minutes solo, and I was exploiting everything while I was doing it on stream. So you can do it even faster, and of course, if you have a full squad, you will have more options of which relic you'll pick at the end, as far as relic rewards. So you add that all up, that's probably about like 30-ish plat. You can get more than that too from one run, and then you just do that over and over and over again if you use the builds that we use in this video. Now let's go ahead and show an example of what a team situation would be for this. We've actually got we did this run on stream too. This one's going to be, so when you have a full squad of players, what you can do is you can actually split up and organize who's doing what vault. So for example, Titania player should probably handle A and B vault, because those vaults are the ones that kind of, want a Titania player. And for C vault, it's a lot more straightforward. If you have master summons to bypass the most mechanics, you can just use that. That can be in any frame, but it's not too difficult to just do it C normally anyway. You go underground, there's like a hackable door. It's not too complicated, but I'm just showing the speedrun strats today. So what you want to do if you're in a squad, though, is like what we just did here in the footage. You want to place a waypoint on wherever the corruption zone is. If your other teammates are on the other side of this very maze-like tile set and they don't know where the corruption is, they're just going to waste your time. So put some waypoints on some corrupted enemies. It will make your teammates go towards those enemies, and then they'll start dropping corruption. You'll get the mission done quicker. That's the hardest thing here, really, is getting your teammates all with full void traces here. So even me, it took me up into the final room to get the last void trace. That's going to be your biggest bottleneck here, guys. You can just run this over and over again, get tons of plat, tons of relics open, tons of relics back too. So let's go over some of these builds. Actually, I'll go over every build I used here, and we can explain why this is so good. Because unless I already explained it enough for you, because I've already explained like 3 times. Basically, mission very fast. You get lots of rewards from mission, and that's it. So please start running this mission more, so I'm not going public matchmaking with nobody in there. And yeah, I've been trying to make sure people get used to this one. So let's go over the builds I used for this strategy. Starting off with Titania. So we're on Titania Prime. I do usually recommend people run Titania Prime over Titania Normal, and we are on the wrong build right now, just a heads up. This is the correct build right here. So the reason we're using Master Summons is because it lets the MOA go through the wall, basically. So important mods on here for sure, but not every mod's important on this build. So the important things here, Amar's Anguish and Amar's Hatred. These mods give you a 20-meter teleport range with your heavy attack. That lets you teleport through the wall on that first spy vault. Just go, basically look through the glass, look at the heavy gunner next to the console, heavy attack, and you go through the wall onto the heavy gunner and instantly hack the vault. Moving on, though, we have Arcane Steadfast, lets us just cast abilities constantly. The arcanes don't matter. Really, the only things that matter here are, like, Amar mods and Preparation. Because Preparation lets you spawn in with full energy. So we spawn in there with 755 energy. We can cast our abilities constantly, just to make sure we don't lose our energy on these. But the other things are just basically Duration mods, Power Strength mods, Energy Maximum mods, and Sprint Boost. Just to make it where we are moving faster with our Razor Wing. You can also put on Spellbinding yourself to be status immune. But yeah, the Titania build doesn't matter. It's mostly Amar mod to teleport to the wall. There is a third Amar mod, but it's for I think it's for like dual daggers or something like that. And I'm just using whatever I have equipped, to be honest. So that's what we have there. So you do have to have a melee equipped for this setup because you have to be able to heavy attack onto the enemy through the wall. We do have the Kratos equipped here. Whatever, it's good. It's got parkour velocity, sprint speed. It's got heavy attack wind-up speed. It's great for what we're doing right here. And the build also doesn't matter. It's just the build I normally run on the Kratos for killing acolytes. Okay, but moving on to the stuff that does kind of matter, we have the Hacker MOA. The weapon of the MOA does not matter. I don't think that the model of the MOA works or matters either, but this one is Crisis Core, Lambio MOA, Drimper Bracket, and Athika Gyro. If that makes any sense to anyone out there. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I read it off. This is the mod that we have here, Security Override. The MOA will auto-hack consoles over 2 seconds. 30% chance to mind control basic robot enemies and turrets within 30 meters for 14 seconds after hacking. That's the only mod you need on here. You could probably put on Vacuum too to absorb up some traces, but yeah, the only mod you need is Security Override. It hacks the console for you. So yeah, you can use this in normal missions too, but this is mainly just for this. Master Summons, get them in there, hack it up, and you're out of there. So that's basically it. But yeah, this mission is very good. The weapon doesn't matter. You don't even need to have a weapon equipped on it, but I had the Volt Clock equipped. Here's another thing. I almost forgot. The Parazon mod is important because we're running Untraceable. This will let you go invisible as Titania. You don't need to be invisible as Titania, but it can help in some situations. So basically, hack the console as your frame, and then go into your Razor Wing form, and you're still invisible in that form. Runtime for increased sprint speed after hacking. Wasn't really noticing it here, but it is technically equipped. And Auto Breach. 30% chance to auto-complete hacking. I'm using ciphers, so This is actually slower than Cypher's, but yeah, if you want a free hack every so often, there you go. And as far as mods that drop from here, this Untraceable mod does drop from this mission, so if you want this really, really nice Parazon mod, you can go ahead and farm this. As far as some other mods to throw on here, nothing really that I'm looking to rock. Mostly, these are the good ones here. And yeah, this is a great farm, guys. Hopefully I was able to convince you there. So if you look at like this, you can get about, let's say, I don't know, like 20, 30 plat on average if you get these missions down in like about 3 minutes. And that's like solo. In a full squad, of course, you'll have more options on your reward. I actually did screenshot this before. If you have, like, 4 people in the squad, you're going to have 4 options on the relic reward. The things that can drop from these relics can be kind of bad. Like, we're talking a Riven Sliver on the low end and, like, a Requiem mod on the high end. I don't consider the rare drop worth it at all. It's like Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint. It takes a while to build. It takes a lot of resources to, actually put together. Not really a big fan of those. It's all about the Requiem mods because people are constantly needing those as they have limited uses for liches and, who wants to be farming this? So if you're the one who wants to farm this, you can reward yourself with some platinum at the end of it. But yeah, if you just look at these other reward options on here, it's kind of a yikes. So you look at this one right here, the intact relic. We got Riven Sliver, worthless. 1200 Kuva, really not that much. You're preferring to get these things down here. Iatan Amber Star, you just picked up from a box on the middle of the tile set. And we got Exilus Weapon Adapter. It takes 1 forma to build. Okay, it's not that bad to build. It's only 1 forma to build it, but still. This is 20. Technically, you just buy it for 20 plat in the inventory screen, too. It's all about these. These are like 10 to 15 plat each for trading, and you just keep doing this over and over again. So I'd highly recommend it to you guys. You can also do this with me on stream, like I said earlier, if you want to come stop by. But yeah, another big problem with it is, like a lot of things in this game, it's RNG. Let's look right now. I doubt the mission's already up, or even up. So we look right now, it's not up on the normal path. Don't forget, the steel path does have different fissures in the normal path. So we see it's not here. We rotate to the steel path. On the steel path, it's the same thing. Okay, it's not the steel path either. So Pago fissures are pretty juicy. Now that you know to be looking out for them, hopefully, you can run them with me on stream or just be in public matchmaking so you can be getting this play. All right, guys, I'll see you next time for your support. Take it easy. Peace.